Hurricane season 2025 is here. So we are going to be talking about the official forecast just released by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, plus share the names for this season and more. Let's dive right into it. So the forecasters within NOAA are predicting above normal activity in the Atlantic Basin this year. NOAA's outlook for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, which goes from June 1 to November 30, predicts a 30% chance of a near normal season, a 60% chance of an above normal season, and a 10% chance of a below normal season. And they have a 70% confidence in those ranges. So there's a really high chance that we're going to see above normal activity this season. The agency is forecasting a range of 13 to 19 total named storms. Of those, 6 to 10 are forecast to become hurricanes. That includes 3 to 5 major hurricanes, meaning Category 3, Category 4 or Category 5 with winds of 111 miles per hour. NOAA has a 70% confidence in this forecast. As a result, the season is expected to be above normal. So why are they saying this? Well, because of a bunch of different factors. We have continued El Niño neutral conditions, warmer than average ocean temperatures, forecasts for weak winds here. All of these things are coming together to kind of almost ensure that we're going to have a pretty active season. And it's important to remember that the high activity era in the Atlantic Basin is continuing. We've already had high heat content in the ocean, reduced trade winds, and increased sea surface temperatures. All of these things combine together to produce storms. You add a little bit of wind shear, you mix it all up, and that's how you make a hurricane. And not only that, but there's also the potential for a northward shift of the West African monsoon, which produces those tropical waves that often seed some of our strongest and most long-lived storms. A lot of you are asking about the difference between El Niño and the La Niña. Last year, we had a very strong La Niña, which was fueling the activity. Essentially, La Niña is when the waters in the eastern Pacific near the equator are cooler than normal. El Niño is when they are warmer than normal. And we're currently in an El Niño, but regardless, it's looking like it's going to be an active season. And I know a lot of us are thinking, well, I hope nothing comes this way. Well, that's just not the way it works. The way that we're looking at these forecasts and outlooks is kind of like the weather forecast. We're not just looking at whether or not it's going to rain today. We're looking at the forecast to try to determine if we need to take any actions. Are we going to need to maybe move a vehicle outside to keep it out of the way of falling trees or get our yard cleaned up or something like that? Same thing with hurricane season. Regardless of whether or not a storm is headed our way, these outlooks and forecasts are designed to let us know what we may be in store for. And it's just simply so that we can prepare ahead of time instead of waiting until a storm is right on top of us. We have shared a list of names since 1953 from lists originated by the National Hurricane Center. This year, the first name on the list is Andrea, and the last is Wendy. We have 6 lists that are used in rotation and recycled every 6 years. The only time that there's a change in the list is if a storm is so deadly or costly that it would be inappropriate to reuse. And the good news is that NOAA that we've gone now have even better forecast tools this year to help us track these storms. A recap of what we expect. There's a 60% chance that we're going to see above normal activity. That means anywhere from 13 to 19 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, and 3 to 5 major hurricanes. And it's only going to get more active as we go forward. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as we go through the season. Okay, thank you for watching.